Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 in the morning for me on the 5th of April, 2023. Uh, just a reminder, everything is for entertainment purposes only. Please check the description box for the full disclaimer. Also, read through it all because, hey, I have put in there, if you don't play nice in my sandbox, you're welcome to leave. And if you continue, I will block you. I mean, I've gotten a few people who are highly critical about how I do my videos. Well, if you want an in-depth, deep dive, email me, schedule a complete reading, and you've got my Venmo to pay for my time. People are very busy these days, and sorry, but I try to keep my videos short so people can come in, pop in, and continue on with their day. If you want more information, the second and fourth Saturdays of the month, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am doing a live broadcast. You can, to have your questions answered, you can come on, show your face, and ask your questions. Other than that, there's plenty of other YouTube channels you can go and waste time on. So now that that's said, yeah, past 36 hours or so, yeah, the one channel, man, she's got to fact check. The tragedy that happened in Texas, it was Uvalde, not Waco. I mean, sweetie, you're talking about Rachel. Do your fact checking, please. Yeah, yeah, it's somebody else. It's like, hey, there's those of us who are the smaller channels. Yeah, we've been pestered by the same person. In fact, I've got the receipts. I think she started pestering me before she started pestering you. I've done some digging on her, and basically the AD department that she worked in, she was a glorified secretary. Sweetie, it's called the people you least expect have the deepest tentacles into what you're talking about and can find out the real dirt. Yeah. Let's see. There's rumors flying around about Andrew and Sarah. They are divorced legally. The legal divorce happened for financial reasons. The two of them have taken their religious vows seriously. And although they kind of goofed up back in the 90s, they accept and realize that they're still married in the eyes of the Anglican Church, and that's how they live their lives. Legally, they're divorced for financials. Spiritually, morally, ethically, they're still married under the eyes of the Anglican Church. No annulment has happened within the church. So, get a grip. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm laughing. There's some YouTubers that are so excited about they're going to the UK soon. I'm like, okay, have fun. If you have questions, give me a shout. Used to live there, and I can get you in touch with one of the gals that I knew from way back when that now currently lives in the Chicago area, and she can give you some heads up. There was a picture of the royal family is known for being frugal and passing down clothing. So it's not surprising that Charles is wearing a coat of his father's. Hey, I have a couple sweaters that belong to my late dad. And some days when I need that extra boost, I put them on. So it's not unusual. And if you start looking through some of the baby pictures, you will find that and especially the christening gowns. There's a couple little like baby romper outfits that pictures of Charles and Andrew and Edward. They were taking pictures of. And then you saw William and Henry wearing the same things. And then they were passed down to George. And probably even there's maybe a picture, if you dig hard enough, you're going to find a picture of Louis wearing the same outfit. So, people just get a grip. Now, people are also, this is something that I have delved on, and yeah, the Pope's going to make it till about June. So people are worried that the Pope will kick the bucket and push back the coronation like they did for Charles and Camilla's wedding. I go, no, the Catholic Church already pulled that stunt once, and they're going to want the spotlight all to themselves. So they'll hold off till after the coronation to do away with the current Pope. So, hey, that's that's my gut instinct is telling me that. The other thing that's all over the news is DJT. And yeah, he went up and there's a not guilty plea happening. And they announced that the trial is supposed to start in December. I'm like, okay, that's more than 6 months out to prepare the case. I do know that from personal experiences, the donkeys love to ask for continuances. So basically, they're going to status hearing after status hearing, all they're going to be doing is asking for more time. They've had plenty of time. So elephants are smart. Elephants aren't going to let them get away. Hey, you've had plenty of time to build this bullshit. So put it out there and no continuances. Another thing, it's like I keep an eye on the West kids because I do know the next door neighbor to his house in the south suburbs, and people are having a fit that, oh, Kimmy K is taking her kids out of school and they're being seen in all sorts of foreign countries. I'm like, excuse me, school systems these days, the curriculum. I think the kids are learning more, even if it's like a lot of promo nonsense. Traveling with their parents to other foreign cities, those kids are learning more in 1 hour being exposed to Tokyo or Paris or any other European city than they would in a week of an American primary elementary school. So, hey, if the parents want to take those kids and take them, you know that there is a nanny that is probably taking them to at least one historical site or museum. So the kids are actually getting a better education traveling with their parents than being trapped in the current American education system, which has gone down the tubes. And literally, parents need to stand up and fight and look at what is being indoctrinated into their children, because they're creating a whole new branch of Judenreich. You can look that up. And yeah, back to Donald. It's the guy that district attorney, what is this, Alvin Bragg? His entire campaign slogan was that he was going to go after Donald. That's what he ran his campaign on. And of course, we do know that New York is a donkey state. They're donkeys. So of course, they're going to vote for the donkey who's going to go and pull out and take after an elephant. I'm sorry, but have you seen the size of an elephant compared to a donkey? Elephant moves the wrong way, that donkey's going to be down for the count. We'll have to call the ASPCA for a safe passing to the donkey. And like I said before, the Democrats, the donkeys, they live for continuous. They just want to drag things out because they need their ego validation. They don't know how to do things in a swift manner. And right now, the donkeys they've got our judicial branch of our government sewn up, which means it's a mess. They've got our executive branch tied up, and we all know what kind of freaking disaster that is. It's a tug of war between our legislative branch of our government. So basically, we have 1/2 of 1/3 under elephant control. And until we are able to get it all back under the rule of the elephants, we're going to be seeing a lot of stupid stuff. And we have to be patient, because the stunt that's going on in New York right now in the borough of Manhattan is tip of the iceberg. And the donkeys don't realize that the more they drag this out, the more it's going to hit in the papers. By them attacking the elephants, they're just making people like the elephants even more. Everybody loves the underdog. They don't like bullies. So yeah, the donkey people are going to be really, they're going to be bullies in no matter what. And the elephants are going to stand tall and say, we're not going to be bullied by you guys anymore. No. The donkeys are going to be, it's the party of bullies. And here in Illinois, it's like, as soon as I saw the weather blow through yesterday afternoon, I mean, the thunderstorms, the hailstorms, I know many people don't trust early voting, and so many were going to go in the afternoon. Well, the weather prevented a lot of people from being able to go and vote, because Chicago's a donkey city, so having to stand out to maintain social distancing, a lot of people scattered when the hailstorm blew through. So unfortunately, Brandon Johnson is now going to be the next mayor of the city. Yeah, I did pick up a copy of last week's Sunday paper, which does list some real estate prices. Next week or so, I'll grab another paper to see how far down the same properties have dropped in price. Well, Brandon Johnson, look at his initials. Think kind of use a slang term, and that's exactly what he's doing to every single citizen of the city. What he's going to be doing. Yeah, Brandon Johnson, what are his initials? It's going to be fun. He's basically everyone who voted for him. I hope they're happy. Prices outside of Chicago, outside of Cook County, it's going to be a seller's market. The prices just shot up because nobody wants to live in Cook County unless they absolutely have to. And prices there's gorgeous residences, condos all up and down Michigan Avenue, Lakeshore Drive. Those housing values just have bottomed out because after Beetlejuice and now for Brandon, yeah, Chicago is really, it's going to be equal to Detroit within the next year or so. I feel sorry for people. I'm like, get the heck out now. If you've got a condo, to get a market rate rental on it may be a pain in the butt, but allow housing vouchers, but at least you will be able to cover your mortgage and taxes. That's what you're going to have to do, is allow people to use a housing voucher so you can cover your mortgage, because right now, if you try to sell, you're going to be selling underwater. So, yeah, the real estate market in Chicago, Cook County just tanked because of, I would say it was storm, and if they're calling climate change or climate control, yeah, they knew that the Chicago election was a big deal. So if they are monkeying around with it, of course, they're going to make sure that their donkey boy gets in to be mayor. And yeah, I know where I live. It's like, I think thankfully I am locked into basically rent control. So my rent won't skyrocket, but any new tenants moving out of the city, you're going to be paying big bucks. Yeah. You are going to be paying really big bucks. Especially getting out of the Loop area. I mean, I've been down there, and it's a ghost town. Very much a ghost town. But I won't worry. I say, don't worry about Donald. Elephants have long memories and are a heck of a lot smarter than a donkey. Just a reminder, this Saturday is the second Saturday of the month. I will be doing a live broadcast at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago time. And I am looking forward to talking to a few people. So, yeah, today's Wednesday. I'll put up another video on Friday, and a live broadcast will be Saturday afternoon. Everybody have a good one. Bye.